Another really interesting topic is the death of traditional media. So the new trend that you're seeing all of these big celebrities jumping on is going on these streamers platforms like Kai Cenat. So this Kai Cenat is this huge streamer right now, and he's capturing like all the attention online because he's getting like huge names: Mariah, Carey, Selena Gomez, Jonas Brothers, Kim Kardashian. They're going on streamer platforms over traditional platforms like Jimmy Kimmel.
No, as Charlie Munger said, fish where the fish are, right? If that's where the eyeballs are, that's where celebrities are going to go because they're always seeking attention. So it just comes down to metrics. And in the old days, the late night shows were a way to highlight a movie or to launch a movie. But now the numbers are so low on those politically motivated shows that you have to go somewhere else where the people will pay attention to you.
Yeah, it's
like,
so
do you
true.
know who was on Jimmy Fallon last night?
No idea.
Like when I was growing up, I used to know who was on David Letterman. Or it was a big deal who was on Johnny Carson. Like, they own the airways to broadcast to you to millions of eyeballs. Now there's only 100,000 people watching some of these junk shows.
They owned everything, right? And it makes perfect sense because when, Jonas Brothers needs to do 10 appearances in a week in order to get 1 million streams on their albums, they have to go where the eyeballs are. And it's a waste of their time to do the traditional stuff when nobody's watching it anymore.
I don't know if the Kai Cenat guy you're talking about is political, but I bet you he's entertaining.
He's super unhinged. And that's what people love about him is it's not scripted.
And the late night hosts started focusing on being political, ostracized the audience dwindled, and they've become obsolete.
And they can't say anything really that controversial because they're owned by
a corporation telling them what to say.
Yeah, and it's not interesting. And that's what's actually interesting about the streaming, though, in reverse is you can go on a streaming platform. The guy is dependent on views. So he's going to ask crazy questions that the celebrities can't block. They have to answer. It's way more entertaining and engaging. It's not a stiff interview. They're doing something. They're maybe they're playing a video game or they're doing a skit. It's a very entertaining way to watch, and you get genuine eyeballs because the people chose this person. It's not like an executive head that's behind the curtain.
The power to ask questions comes from success, right? You won't get you lose your first celebrity if you do it right away, but you have to be entertaining and create something that what our clients need to know is you have to be entertaining in some way in your market in a way that resonates with your client. Just repeating the same old maxims that everybody's heard and everybody's bored of doesn't work. That's what we see repeated on late night shows. It's the same nonsense every time. It's not exciting anymore. It's just same words, different show. Same with you if you're trying to market your business. Saying the same things everybody else is doing or the same cheesy, it's not going to work.
Yeah.
Right? So you have to do something that really resonates. This is just a trend. Go where the fish are.
It's just also go where the community is and where the eyeballs are. But it's so interesting that celebrities are jumping on this because you can tell all they care about is maximizing output. They want to sell albums, get more views on their TV shows. And if they're choosing to do the streaming platforms, especially there's these DJs that are on YouTube where celebrities are going on for free because that's where real viewership is, to get actual buys and watches. But for brands, you need to be jumping on streaming, lives, creating lives, working with live creators. It's such an underpriced concept. And we think of Jimmy Fallon as the mecca, but he's not influential anymore. These creators with these platforms are.
I don't know if the parallel is Jimmy Fallon is buying an old billboard, but doing a Facebook Live for your company is going on this guy's streamer thing. You don't have to judge your live events by having hundreds of thousands of people. You just have to start doing something interesting.